That is one ripping fire. Current progress on the outdoor boiler. We have the pedestals and the leg support blocks in place, and we're keeping it about 45 in here. Set them up and build a firebox between them. It's only partly full because plumbing fitting needs to stick down into there. We have the tanks set. It's kind of hard to get it all in one frame. And we have them level, or that is to say plumb in the vertical direction, with some specially cut boards and a plywood brace going across the top. One down there at that end. So the next step is to pour these full. I just have my bolts finger tight. See this one better? Yeah. So that's going to get full up with concrete to stabilize that leg. And it's just on the one side, so the tanks will be braced in such a way that they have to push against each other in order to put any weight down, and there won't be any weight ever on this leg. That'll just be the firebox there lined with fire brick. So, just before I lower the tanks down completely onto the pedestal, I have applied some paper, which is saturated with fluid film, powerful rust and corrosion protection, because I do not want that mortar to corrode the underside of the tank from the outside. We've got some minor rust already, but I don't think that should be any problem. So now I will undo these nuts to lower the tank down so it's resting completely on the pedestal. I think this must be where Hank the cow dog sleeps, under the gas tanks. Now we got the mortar done. That holds up the tanks. There is a layer of lanolin saturated craft paper between the steel and the mortar. And the same on the far side over there. So I'm taking my tent down, and we can start to make a little more sense of what's happening here in the Bringing 500 Gallons to a Boil challenge. Alright, so we got some progress made. Worked late Saturday evening and got this all done. So we have a framework and a roof. And of course the very outside structure can be wood. And this is a wooden framework, which might make you laugh because you're not supposed to make wood stoves out of wood, are you? And there will be metal bracing, of course, where there is fire. So I'm here at my masonry supplier. These are full fire brick. Here's the half size. I wonder if they have enough for my project. Hold it. They are Smithfield. Interesting. Okay, so I have all the fire brick laid, and the top row required quite a bit of cutting. About 13 bricks on each side needed to be cut with an angle. Resulted in a lot of this scrap. I have one fire brick left over. It took 65 fire brick to do this whole thing. So the next thing is to put down the 3 inches of lava rock on the bottom. That's what I'm putting on the bottom instead of fire brick. Okay, so we're making progress on the smoke box. Everything is clamped together for now, and I will be drilling holes and bolting some stuff, and possibly some light welding, such as that spot right there. But I want to avoid welding too much stuff to the tanks, because these tanks will eventually rust through and leak, and I want them to be easily replaceable. And that's on the assumption that in 20 years or whatever there'll still be these oval tanks around. So yeah, we're making good progress. The chimney will come out at the far end there on the top. Here's a shot of the front. And we have the smoke box in progress here as well. I'm running a heater inside of there. Last night it took 6 kilowatt hours to keep it at 55 degrees. All right, we got a little more done yet. We got the green sides on. Still have to do the front and back yet, but I got more work to do on the smoke chest, which is this section right here. All right, so it is late Saturday night. Well, not too late, 9 o'clock. And we have lit our first fire. And I still need to do some plumbing for the steam. Getting quite a lot of steam out of the vent. And there is the water level, almost full. This one over here is completely full and actually ran over a little bit. And yep, we got a fire going. That is one ripping fire. So it is Monday morning. It's been 36 hours or so since I fired it, and we still have 87 degree water 75, 69, 71 toward the bottom. Interestingly, this one isn't staying as warm. Not sure why. Might be because of the silver paint is not simply reflecting as much. I don't know. So we will light a fire just to keep things warm. So I'm curious how hot it got down against the concrete. Well, that is certainly bare. There's nothing left of the plastic that was there, so we know it got hot enough to interesting how it's red. What about over here to one side? Anything? Oh, look at that. There's still some of the plastic right there. So, interestingly, the lava rock is protecting somewhat. So that situation will be better. Oh, wait, are we sure? Are we sure about that? Oh, there still is plastic there. That's very interesting. Maybe it's melted. Yeah, that's still plastic there. Sure. It was just kind of crusted with the red stuff from the lava rock. Very interesting. So that tells us yeah, that white plastic is still there. So we know that the lava rock has protected the concrete. That white there, that's plastic. So it's my 3, almost 4 inches of lava rock protecting the base.